The Hermes belt is a very iconic piece from Hermes, even though I cannot get an actual bag, which is very expensive for me to get it. I can't afford it, but if the number of followers increase a lot by the end of a certain period, I'm going to do my best to get to dissect a Chanel bag, to dissect a Hermes bag. So the reason I'm getting this piece is because, first of all, it's double-sided. I'm going to see how two different pieces of leather are stitched together and what's inside the middle. That's where you can see if a prestigious brand such as Hermes does offer something acceptable or good material on wear that we cannot see. And if we can have a close-up here, and I'm going to tell you how to authenticate an Hermes piece. One of the signature the Hermes uses is white stitching, but that's not always the case. I'm just going to dissect a real one, then you know how exactly the real one looks like. You see the stitching, it's tilted on one side. To be honest, Hermes, Chanel, or any other brand, you can't always look at the stitch to authenticate, because sometimes there must be some different angle or there must be some glitch. If they're hand sewn, if they're machine sewn, it's never possible to have a 100% straight line. So do not use stitching as the only source for you to authenticate an item. The edges here, it looks like it has 3 or 4 layers of coating. If you see very thin layer, if you can see the inside, the original color of the leather from a new piece, then you know that could be fake. But the reason that you see it here is because this belt has been worn for a long time and the coating fell off. So when you authenticate something, it's very important to know the age of the item, how the items looks like after it ages. Those are very basic information and knowledge that you must know. Anything you come to me, you pay me $30 and I authenticate for you. Two pieces of leather are attached together with stitching, but also at the same time, the edges are also part of the material that sticks them together. So I'm going to cut it open. Okay. Oh, you see the green color. I think it's glue. Let's see. You see, when I rip it open, I see there are like white attachments, and I felt resistance. So the green one are glue. I thought it was corrosion or something, because the belt looks like to be at least like very has some age to it, and we can see a stamp. It's from Circle X, and I'm gonna check back and what year was Circle X. On this side of the leather of the belt, I see there are red stitching. I'm gonna do some unstitching on this side and see what's up with this. Oh no, it's just double stitch, nothing special. It's a single piece of thread, and I'm gonna cut in the middle here and to see if this is a single piece of leather or there's something in the middle. Yeah, it's a single piece of leather, nothing in middle, and this leather felt to be 3 milliliter in height thick, so I think it's very good quality leather. You see, usually for a natural piece of leather on the back side, you see a lot of fibers, but from what I feel, these fibers have been stick together, has been treated, and usually they use glue or when you see when fibers they touches fluid, they stick together. So this side has been treated. And let's see on this side if it's a single piece of leather. Yes, it's also a single piece of leather. It's good quality that Hermes uses on their belt. On my research, that stamp Circle X is from the year 1994, so which means this belt is 25 years old. Not a lot of discoloration on the leather, and the leather itself doesn't crinkle, doesn't oxidize. Because lower quality leathers, sometimes if the belt is done with low quality, usually you see a bumpiness